Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're actually starting a brand new series that will be coming to my channel. I'll do a recap of all the NBA news from the past day and just keep you guys informed on everything about the NBA that happened in that past day. So this will definitely hurt the higher quality videos, but I like this idea a lot and it will help me consistently upload and get into the habit of daily uploads. I'm trying to make my channel more NBA content instead of NBA Live Mobile content because NBA Live Mobile did not have a good start in Season 3 and I don't know if they can come back from that. So this will be covering small stories to huge stories, and I will also be giving you my opinion on the stories as well. So as a common cliche for a YouTube news channel, let's get right into the news. Our first story comes from New York, and it looks like they're finally moving on from Joakim Noah. And this is not surprising news that he is leaving New York, but it will be interesting to see where he goes. According to sources close to him, he has been expecting this outcome and has been working hard this offseason to prepare for being a free agent. And multiple teams are interested in him, such as the Timberwolves. Although it does seem like Noah has been in the league forever, he is still only 33 and hasn't had any major injuries throughout his career, but in my opinion, I don't think he will succeed in the NBA. With the new age of stretching the floor, Noah cannot shoot to save his life. We have all seen what happens with Whiteside, who was one of the best centers before the new small ball lineups took over the NBA. So although it would be cool to see Noah on the floor again, I doubt Noah will make a huge splash on the NBA landscape. Alright, our next story is the huge story of the day. Of course, you know what we're talking about, the Jimmy Butler saga. Jimmy Butler sweepstakes are in full effect, and the owner of the Timberwolves has just added fuel to the rumor fire. As we all know, head coach Tom Thibodeau and general manager Scott Layden absolutely do not want to trade Jimmy Butler. But the owner of the Timberwolves, Glenn Taylor, has mandated that a deal for Jimmy Butler needs to be negotiated within several days. He has also said that he wants Butler gone before the Timberwolves begin practicing, which is, wait for it, this Tuesday. Yes, the owner of the Timberwolves has ordered that Jimmy Butler needs to be traded by Tuesday. This Tuesday, September 26th. Alright, before we freak out, let's go through all the teams that have said they are in the running for Jimmy Butler. And then afterwards we will take a look at some of the more interesting ones. Alright, so here is the entire list of teams that have put their name in the hat. Deep breath, and let's go. The Brooklyn Nets, the Los Angeles Clippers, the Los Angeles Lakers, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Detroit Pistons, the New York Knicks, the Houston Rockets, the Philadelphia 76ers, the Sacramento Kings, the Portland Trail Blazers, and the Miami Heat, and the Raptors. Toronto Raptors. Alright, so now let's talk about the Miami Heat's involvement with Jimmy Butler. Miami has been quote-unquote aggressive in their pursuit of Butler. I think that they actually have a really good shot at getting Butler. Pat Riley is always willing to take risk, and that success has paid off with him winning multiple rings while he has been in charge. And they have a lot of good trade assets for this trade. One of them is Hassan Whiteside, who kinda had a fallout with the team last season, but also played very poorly. Also, the Heat played better when Kelly Olynyk and Bam Adebayo was on the floor, so I bet he would get traded. Another name is Dion Waiters, who has been on the trading blocks for a few months, and the Heat have put in multiple trades involving his name. And Waiters would also be a really nice replacement for Butler. Although Miami was not on the list of teams Butler wanted to go, it does not hurt to convince Jimmy to stay in Miami. With their system relying on hard work on defense, and Miami just being a nice place overall, I think Jimmy would re-sign with the Heat, no question. The next team we'll be talking about is the New York Knicks, and just a fair warning for Knicks fans, this is not a good one. After the Knicks announced that they aren't going after Butler, their whole plan for next offseason fell apart. Kyrie announced that he hasn't talked to Jimmy about going to New York, and then Jimmy recently said that his interest in going to New York is overrated. Ouch. Well, I guess it looks like the Knicks will be stuck in mediocrity just forever. Alright, let's move on to the next team. And the last team we'll be talking about is the Houston Rockets. Now, they are prepared to trade for Jimmy Butler in a package involving Eric Gordon. Alright, if the Houston Rockets get Jimmy Butler, here's a bold prediction, they'll win the championship. I mean, I don't think this should be a surprise, but this will solve their problems on defense. Jimmy is the perfect wing defender to guard Kevin Durant, and that's something the Rockets had the entire series to deal with. And now that they lost Luke Mbah-a-Moute, I think that problem's even more significant. Even Trevor Ariza, but he wasn't on KD as much. But Jimmy, he would totally solve that, and I think he might be a better defender than Luke Mbah-a-Moute, at least for guarding Kevin Durant. Jimmy also provides some scoring, something that Mbah-a-Moute didn't really bring, and Jimmy could also run small forward, which is something that they have a big problem at. And Carmelo Anthony comes off the bench, this Rockets team would be insane. So I really hope they do pull out a trade for Butler, but I mean, come on. The Houston Rockets have nothing. Like, they really... I guess their best asset is Marquise Chris, who they just traded for. I don't think they'll be able to get Butler, but his value is pretty low, so who knows. Alright guys, so that's the video. Leave your comments down below on where do you think Jimmy Butler will eventually go. I don't think he'll be traded by tomorrow. Like, come on. That seems a little bit ridiculous. I think maybe within 2 weeks, but tomorrow seems really close. Like, tomorrow is, like, really close. It's not even 24 hours from now, because this will be going up at 5 p.m. Tuesday. That's crazy. But I think it will be 2 weeks max. If he's not traded within 2 weeks, he's staying with the team. Of course, we all know he's not showing up to training camp. So I don't know, in what scenario does Jimmy Butler stay with Minnesota? I mean, that's crazy, right? Like, imagine if after all this, Jimmy Butler stays with Minnesota. He doesn't even show up to training camp. He doesn't do any of that, but he has to stay with Minnesota. That would be insane. Would he even play? Would he pull a Kawhi Leonard? I have no idea. But it would... I can't even imagine that. I can't imagine a scenario where Jimmy Butler starts the NBA season as a Timberwolf. It's crazy. Crazy just to think about. But who knows? Maybe, I don't know. It seems like that experiment failed, and the Timberwolves lost Larry Markkinen and who else? Chris Dunn and Zach LaVine. So it ends up, I guess the Bulls won the trade. Crazy that just like that, within a year, the tables can turn that hard. So I don't know. Leave your guys' comments down below, and that's it. Thank you guys for watching. See you